Alright, ladies and gentlemen, if you watch any of my videos, this is the one you want to watch. It is a very exciting video. I was able to find a critical account takeover and two-factor authentication bypass bug on this bug bounty program using a really cool mechanic that I made a video on a while ago, but unfortunately it was wrongly taken down by YouTube. So I'm going to be showing it again today and breaking down my methodology, how I found this, and showing you the actual proof of concept, which I think is pretty cool. So this is our site today. I'm just going to show you that everything that I do here is within this scope of their vulnerability disclosure program. And naturally this is a qualifying vulnerability. As you can see, it is not in the out of scope vulnerabilities. So let me give you a little backstory to this. Some context here. I have an account registered with my burp collaborator domain, so it's security@gmail.com/collaboratorurl.hostify.com, yada yada yada. You get the idea, right? This is the email registered with my account, and there is no other email I have registered on this platform. I want to make that very clear. And this attack, is going to be a Punycode based homograph attack that relies on how the backend server normalizes Punycode characters such as this Cyrillic A here. I believe it's a Cyrillic A. And essentially it will encode as this, but the server will treat it just as the normal security@gmail.com. I won't get into all the technical mechanics. I have like an article on this that I'll link in the description, and you can go in and yada yada yada. There's also free ways to do this without Burp Collaborator, but obviously if I have Burp Pro, I'm going to use it. So we have Burp Suite Professional, the latest version. And sorry about that cut there. My PC just died for no apparent reason because I had a bunch of apps open in the background. Anyways, yeah, so it normalizes this Cyrillic A, I believe it's Cyrillic A, correct me if I'm wrong, back to the original account, but it will send the email to the attacker controlled email, and we can reset their password and bypass two-factor authentication. Okay. So that if it doesn't make sense, I'm just going to get into this, and you'll kind of get, a better idea of what this looks like, right? So let's just jump straight into it. Again, this is part of their vulnerability disclosure program. All of this is completely within the scope, and I have responsibly disclosed this vulnerability to the team. So we'll just give this one moment. So yeah, as I was saying, we have an account on here which is registered with just a normal email, and I'm going to log out of this account. And what we're going to attempt to do first to verify that this vulnerability exists is we're going to try to register the Punycode email. And now keep in mind that this email does not exist on the system. I have not registered it. Alright? So this is the normal email. If we grab the Punycoded version, okay, you can see the Cyrillic A. This is not registered, and we attempt to register. Just copy this and click create an account, paste it in, wait for Cloudflare verification. As you can see, click continue. An account already exists with that username. Now, this is the first step to verifying a Punycode's homograph account takeover vulnerability, because you don't have to try and reset their password yet. You can just go, huh, alright, it treats them the same on the back end, and it's saying, hey, that already exists. So now, the password for that previous account is 12@randomPassword, but what we're going to try and do is reset that password, okay? So as you can see, we have the Punycoded version here. Now, important step is we have to capture this sign-in request. Actually, we don't have to capture it. Yeah, we don't have, we can sign in and then go to intercept on and click forgot password. Scroll down a bit. Do we have an email value in here? Here it is. Okay. And you'll notice that the browser automatically encodes those characters, which will break this attack essentially. So we're going to paste it in and replace the encoded version. This is a very important step or this will not work. And now just forward that request and turn off intercept. Okay. And let's see if we get anything come through. May not, we may have to try again, unfortunately. Sometimes it's a bit weird. Nothing, okay. So once again, I'm going to try it from sign in this time. So we'll go to sign in. Paste this in. And then we'll forward this, just turn off intercepts. Alright, so now we're at this page. We can turn intercept back on and click forgot password. And hopefully we can replace this value and then forward that. Alright, so we're getting an access denied error here, that's fine. We know there's a bug, so sign in and let's just try and go without actually capturing that request. So we'll go forgot password, it gives an access denied. I'm not sure why it's doing that, but we'll give it one more shot. Oh wait, ignore that, I see what I'm doing wrong here. So we can turn intercept on and let's just go ahead and make sure set this up properly. I figured out what's going on. I just had a conniption and my brain stopped working. What's this? Where is it? Okay, so let's go add the scope. Add the scope, and let's go scope, and let's go use advanced scope control, and then we'll just do target.com. Okay. And we'll sign in. Okay. All looks good, so we will forward that. Okay, this is fine to forward here, I realized. And then this. Hold on, wait. What am I doing? We need to sign in now is where we start intercepting. My bad. Forgot password. Alright, so we can go ahead and forward this. And this is what we want, because down here, if we... User has forgotten their password. User forgotten their password, login hints. Okay. Cool. So we can delete this and then paste in the Punycode version and forward that request and turn intercept off. Oh wait, hold up. Alright, let's try this one more time, but we'll use the actual email to sign in, and then we'll change it in the forgot password flow. Alright, this bit is fine, we can forward that. And then this is the bit that we want to change. Swap it out for the Punycode version, forward, intercept off. Okay, boom, this is what we like to see. So we had to sign in with the original email. It's going to say, you know, verification code sent to the original email. Verify we're human. Let's go to collaborator. And we get the SMTP callback. Alright, and it's saying it's to the original email. However, it is not. Okay. So we were able to do this by first signing in with the original email and then modifying it to the Punycode version during the reset flow. It just blocked us when we did it in the sign-up flow for whatever reason. But you'll see that we now have a reset code. Okay. Let me just see if anything... Nothing interesting. Okay. And so we can now put in the reset codes. And we can just go ahead and modify the passwords to want2 at subscribe, want2 at subscribe. This was like so chaotic because I kept mixing up what I was meant to be doing. Continue. And we give it a second, and now we can just sign in using the original email. Oh, actually no, it's just gonna sign us in, right? So let me show you one more time how this works, just to clarify, because I messed a couple of things up, and my whole format is I don't edit my videos, I show the stupid mistakes I make, so that you guys can obviously, you know, learn from that and not do it yourselves. Okay, so the Punycode, whoa, wrong one. This is Punycode version. This is my collaborator URL. Yep, so we just sign in with this. Grab the Punycode version of the email. Then intercept on. Forgot passwords. We can just forward this. Now when we get to B2C, we modify the email value to the Punycoded one, making sure that it's not encoded. See how we have the Cyrillic A in here? Now we forward that and then turn intercept off. We get a reset password notification, and we wait for the email to come through. Boom. Okay, and now we should have a verification code which we can paste in. Verify code, change password, 12 at 0 days, 12 at 0 days, continue, and as you can see, we are able to successfully authenticate in. We fully, by the way, for context, this account has two-factor authentication set up to an email code, right? Pretty common setup that basically every application uses, right? However, because it's an email code, it's just gonna get sent to the attacker, right? And this bug is due to how it's normalizing the Punycode version of the email on the back end. I'm gonna link an awesome article by these guys, and we can see your password has been successfully changed, yada yada. I'm gonna link a great article on the people that I believe were one of the first to discover this vulnerability. It's somewhat rare, but when you find it, it is at least like a 9.1 critical, because obviously account takeover and two-factor authentication bypass is 0-click, it requires no user interaction, all you need is their email, which is pretty easy to enumerate, even just, you know, like via verbose errors or whatever it is. So it is a crazy cool bug. I'm really glad that I was able to find this and show you guys. If you have any questions, hit me up in the comments. I've got some cool videos coming soon. By the way, I got all the requests for like a course and all that, but turns out I absolutely hate making courses. So basically what I've done is like I just jump on calls with people on Discord. It's like $13 US a month. I just jump on a call and teach people. And then like essentially I record all of those sessions so you guys can watch them back. And yeah, essentially like, you know, you've got like a library of stuff, but I kind of just work one-on-one with people because I think that way I can give people more value. It's capped at 100 members, so if you want to join that, probably do it like soonish, within the next, you know, couple of months of this program. If you're able to check out, then you know, it's not capped. I will, the link's just in my channel description. Like if you just go to my channel and you click the link and it'll take you to checkout. But there's my little ad done. I literally just teach people. It's not a course. We just jump on a Discord call basically, and you know, there'll be like 5-10 people, and I also do one-on-ones and yada yada yada. Cool. All right. So yeah, that is a Punycode account takeover vulnerability. Hope you guys enjoyed. This was a great bug bounty. I'm glad I was able to find this, and hopefully we will hear back from them soon and get a payout. Peace. By the way, just a side note that I forgot to add in the video because I'm an idiot, but I've actually built like an entire lab for this. You can run it locally and you can practice safely in an isolated environment these Punycode based account takeovers. This is the only lab on this that exists. Nobody else has ever made a lab on this. It's really cool, and at least I don't think, if anybody has, I do apologize for that statement, but I think this is the only one. And I will link an article in the description. Like I said, it links to my GitHub. But if you go on my GitHub, which actually, you know, I'm just gonna link my GitHub. I'll just link the exact repo, and it shows you can set it up with Docker, run it locally. It's super simple, and you can practice these, and you don't need Burp Collaborator, by the way. It gives you your own little testing mail server where you can practice without having to pay anything. It's 100% free, and I just think it's a really cool lab. I hope you guys enjoy it. And yeah, if you have any questions, hit me up on Discord, hit me up in the comments. I read every single message and I always reply to them. in detail, and I'm more than happy to help you guys out. So yeah, anything you're stuck on, any questions, hit me up. Have an amazing rest of your day, and peace.